And we're back.
Ouch.
Yeah. Ouch. Before we get into it, subscribe if you can. That's not going to hurt you. But like Alex said, ouch. I mean, Chris Clemons of the Houston Rockets suffering the first big injury of the NBA season. Gets a torn Achilles in a complete non-contract injury versus the San Antonio Spurs. Not fun to
It's
watch.
like go watch it after, guys, if you haven't seen it. We couldn't play it because of copyright infringement. Thank you, NBA. But with that being said, like he wasn't doing anything. He was just backpedaling. Like he was backpedaling, not even fast. Like
Exactly.
I used to play college, like high school football, and we backpedaled harder than that.
Yeah, that was him. Like he just hit a three. He was just lackadaisy, giving his little taunt
He was
back.
just too happy.
Yeah, and he literally just stepped, and I joked about it where it looked like he stepped on a nail, where he just went and he brought it up. And I actually, ironically, have personally torn one of my Achilles before too, and it's the same thing where I just went to put my leg down, and the second my foot hit the ground, I just went right back up. It snaps on you, and it's very weird. But the same thing happened to him, and all kudos out to him. We hope he gets better. But definitely,
Sad because he was poised for a breakout year with James Harden potentially leaving that team. He was
yeah.
poised for a breakout year. Like the guy, we could have seen Duncan Robinson type of jump from him, going from 5 to 12 to 15 would have been in that range potentially.
Devontae Graham, we
He
see him do it too. Yeah.
exactly. He only played 8 minutes per game last year because he had a guy like James Harden ahead of him. You had Russell Westbrook ahead of him. You had a fantastic team.
Yeah.
You remove James Harden, you limit Wall's minutes because he's on a minute restriction, likely to start the season because he's coming back from injury. There was so many minutes for him to come in and
Hmm.
take advantage. Like he scored 5 points per game in 8 minutes last year.
Yeah.
8 minutes
Yeah, he was a guy who per 36 averaged 20 per game. He shot 90% from the free throw line, over
in his
35.
rookie year as an undrafted player.
Exactly. And we see so many undrafted successes now too, right? So it's not to say that Chris Clemens, like we said, he might not have been a starter this year, but I think he would have at the very least been a very viable backup for them and serving as like that point guard, shooting guard flex kind of
Yep.
role between.
He's such a similar player to like a Kyle Lowry, Fred Van Fleet type player.
Mhm.
They're small guys, but they're able to, like you say, get those points up, play good defense, move around the court. Do you know this guy's only 5'9"?
Yeah,
Like I knew he was short. I knew he was a smaller guy, but like this the hustle that shows people to make it to this level. These are guys that they once they get to that level, they're not just content. They're there to prove everyone wrong. They're there to kill it. So
yeah.
I really do believe he would have had a great year. It's really sad to see him go, but he's not playing basketball this year.
Definitely not. Even in this short amount of time he played this preseason game, I mean, 5 minutes played, he had hit that three, also had two rebounds, two assists in 5 minutes. Like he was such a good energy utility guy for them, and not, it doesn't look like a huge loss, but to Houston Rockets fans who actually watch Clemens play, I feel like they're actually really disappointed about this.
And I see this as a learning opportunity, not just for himself, but for a lot of other basketball players out there. A lot of coaches are going to show this video to their players, and they're going to say, "This is why you're not cocky after a 3 pointer. You get back, you play defense. You're not just in the middle of nowhere in your mind. You're not sitting there on the moon." And it's a fluke injury,
Yeah,
but it just goes to show that it's it, to me if he wasn't if he didn't just hit that three, if he didn't have that swagger, would he have been so lacklusterly turning around? Would he have misstepped? Maybe not. I don't know. It's hard to say, but I will miss him as a player. I hope he's still able to make it in this league. It's hard as an undrafted player to make it. The fact that he only played 8 minutes last year and then he's going to miss his second year, it could make his basketball career over. I
yeah,
really hope not, though, because he had a great first year.
absolutely. If Chris Clemens, he somehow watches, we would love to have you on, talk about the injury,
Today.
whatever it is. We'd be happy to have you. But if you
Yeah,
can, please like, comment, subscribe. This is our first injury report video. As sad as it is to report on these things, we obviously have to do it. Please,
someone has to.
absolutely. And if you haven't watched the injury again, definitely go check it out. He did get carted off in a wheelchair. We believe he obviously is going to have successful surgery, but he is presumably going to go under the knife and miss the entire NBA season, as my colleague suggested.
Good luck, Houston, and I hope that you guys can get something for Harden, and that includes two shooting guards, because clearly your backup just went down.
Absolutely. But have a good night, guys. Subscribe if you can.